Alright, welcome back to OCD HD. Today will be a product review of my 5-inch extended bags, as well as the 5-inch extended fender extension. I will unbox the product and we will start the install. Okay, so I just unboxed the 5-inch fender extension. Quality wise, it's not bad. This is the I bought it off Amazon, and the reason why I did that is I wanted to see the comparison between a piece that is $56 or what it would look like if you had one that's upwards of $300. So the quality is pretty good so far. The paint pretty much matches. It's probably a little hard to see in the video, but it does have more of a little more of a brown in the black paint, but for the most part, I mean, it is black, obviously. So I was worried about orange peel or runs or drips, but this piece so far looks good. And then as far as the bags go, this is the box that it came in. I will give the description below, or wherever it goes, of where I bought it and the price. Alright, so we'll take these out and see what the quality looks like on these guys. Okay, so I got the 5-inch bags out of the box, and I will have to say that the packaging, the way it was packaged, was wonderful. Looking at the bags, paint-wise, these are the fingerprints on there, but paint-wise, for what I paid for these, I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, black latches, which is kind of nice. These are for the bottom. And comes with a black latch on the inside here for to open it. Yeah, these look good. I like it. This is the inside. So everything comes pre-assembled. I didn't have to put on the tether or any of the hardware. So these look like they just pretty much just bolt in. I will, though, in the next video or so, we'll be replacing the top lids. I bought some Advan Black 8-inch speaker lids, so these ones actually will be coming off, but yeah, they look good. Alright, well, we'll see how this stuff goes on and see how it fits. Okay, so I got the bag on there. The right side is the one that I put on. So, quality-wise, it's a little wavy. If you can see the fiberglass and the paint as I roll up. There is some orange peel on there. And whatever material they use, I believe it's like the ABS plastic. So they're wavy. Cutout wise, as far as the exhaust goes, I did not put the fender extension on there. So if you can see the gap between the side of the exhaust, that's what I was a little worried about. I didn't want a huge gap. So the gap on this is a little bigger than I hoped for. Here's the stock Harley bag. So scrolling down to up, if you see the finish on the stock bag, still a little orange peel in the stock Harley bag, but it's not nearly as wavy. And the gap, I mean, the gap looks good. So stock fender extension still, I gotta put that on, but I just wanted to give you a compare. So it's not a huge dramatic it doesn't hang down a lot more. If anything, it hangs out wider. So the gap around the right side exhaust is more than the left side, which is the Harley stock bag. Black latches. It does come with keys. You do use your factory deals there, so just reuse those. Everything else pretty much works. I mean, put it on there, close it up, gives you that nice snug feel. The finish on the top I'm pretty happy with. I mean, I haven't put any wax or anything on there yet, but I'm happy with the top. As far as paint matching goes, I mean, it's pretty much spot on. For the price that you're paying, it looks good. The back, I'm just not really too happy with. But we'll get that extension on there and get the other bag on there and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so all the bags are off. Stock fender extension is off. Pretty easy. Took about 10 minutes. There's a bunch of videos on here of how to take it off, so pretty much all you gotta do on the bottom of this extension, there's that light bar deal, 2 plugs, one here, one there. Take the 2 plugs out. There's 3 7/16 nuts. Take off the 7/16 nuts on both sides. Right there. And then unscrew your antenna. Now the fender extension does not have a hole, obviously, for your antenna, so either you're gonna have to drill one or relocate it somehow. But unscrew your antenna. Behind this little rubber deal here, there's a 7/16 nut, which I'm not sure if you can see it through the bottom side of this, but okay, right there. So that 7/16 nut, don't take it off. but just back it out, I don't know, 4 or 5 turns, and then that fender extension will slide right in between the fender and this metal bar. So the metal bar, when you loosen it, moves it away from the fender and it will slide up inside there. So just unloosen that 7/16 socket. Okay. And then all you gotta do here is just separate the extension where they mount onto the 3 bolts here. Just kind of spread it apart, move it down, and then on the inside of that fender extension here, so this is the stock one, on the inside right here, which will be the left side, that's where those wires for the tri-bar light slips inside of these little notches here. So left side, this wire here attaches on the left side of that, so just make sure you separate that, because when you try to pull it out, it won't come all the way out because it's attached to that wire. So undo the wire from the little clips here, separate it, pull it down, bada boom, bada bing. Okay, so I'll get the other extension on there. As you can see, the one on the left, aftermarket, the one on the right, Harley. This one does come with a light, so I will install the light in the location there and put it on and get the bags on, and we'll do a final review. Okay, so when you buy this 5-inch extended fender here, it comes with an optional clear or smoke tail light. Obviously I got the smoke, so that will go in this location here. Okay, you will have to remove your Torx screws, 1, 2, and relocate them back on top of there, because this tail light did not come with screws. So let's get those on there and we'll keep going. Okay, light bar is in. You just use your 2 factory Torx screws deals there. Latch is on the bottom. You don't need any of the other parts and pieces for that light, so sorry about that. Okay, and then there you go. Light bar's in, and we're ready to put it on. Okay, so I got the 5-inch aftermarket extension back on there. There's a couple tips that you're going to need to know when putting the fender back on. So, one, you're going to have to take your exhaust bolts right here off. These are 1/2-inch little bolts here. Those 2 go here, 1/2 inch. And then you're going to have to take them out and then separate it. So you're just going to have to just move it over just a little bit, just boop, that much. That way when you slide this fender on, it will clear the exhaust. So separate those, and then also where this light is, the tri-bar, like I said, it came with this guy here. This is the one that the fender extension came with. So I was going to use this, but the plugs inside that plug into the light bar, when I plugged them back in, the light bar down here turned on, but these lights didn't work, the tail lights. So what I did is I just took the bar out of the stock fender and then put it in the aftermarket fender, and now everything at this point now lights up. So you get your bar, which is the stock bar, and then now my tail lights work. Before, that worked and those two didn't. So I'm not quite sure if it's just a faulty little bar here. I believe that this piece does come with the fender, so I didn't buy an extra piece, it just came with it. So maybe yours will work when you install yours, but for this one it did not work. So I will get the bags on now and do the final review. Okay, so one product review for the rear fender. Again, I got it off Amazon, and I will put the name of the product down below or up above or wherever it goes. As far as finish, again, this was, I believe, $56, which included the light bar, which I didn't use. I used the stock one. So let's do finish. As far as the finish goes, let's do orange peel. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being 0 orange peel and 10 being like an orange, I would probably say this is about a 2. There are no paint runs. As far as matching goes, there is a brown hue to the black. Noticeable difference? I would say no. As far as fitment goes, 1 out of 10, I give it a 10. Fits right on there perfect. As far as the gaps in the exhaust, I will play with that a little bit. This one's a little bit closer than this, so it's just tweaking of the exhaust, and I can deal with that. But as far as the lines go, yeah, I give it a 10. Overall, as far as paint, fitment, I would probably give it about a 9. It does have a little bit of orange peel on there. There are no paint drips. The paint matches perfect. I mean, other than that slight brown hue, which you're never going to really notice. So for $56, I say I would for surely buy it again. I'd recommend it. Definitely recommend it. So do you need to spend $300 for a 5-inch fender extension? I mean, maybe if you want a perfect finish. But as far as $56 goes, yeah, I'm happy with it. Okay, so I will put the bags on and finish up this video.